Are we live? Okay. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome. Mic's up. Studio is live. Okay, mic's up not yet. In 4 minutes. Mic's up now. Good morning, Lagos, and thank you for tuning in here on Smooth 98.1. It's your love music, love life station, and I'm Ayo Mairo Ese.
And I'm Valentine Ohu. Good
It's
morning.
time for the Grapevine 981. The Grapevine 981 is brought to you by Verb.
Mhm.
We do this every Tuesday and Thursday. We review new songs as well as take you through some of the biggest entertainment stories, not just in Nigeria, but from around the world today. To join us in analyzing the stories for today, we have the one, the only Chef Jeff 3000.
Yeah, I love you 3000. I'm so glad to have the studio to myself today because I'm about to go in.
Yep.
You're about to go in. Now, talking about going in, today we're going to be reviewing in detail the Oscars. The nominees have been released.
Uh-huh.
I think it was released yesterday.
Yep.
And so the live show is on the 9th of February, but today we'll just go through some of the movies that have been nominated, maybe give our predictions, and see on the 9th of February if the predictions will come through. Please join us in this conversation. If you love movies, you know your onions when it comes to movies, then please, by all means, be a part of the conversation. We're also going to talk about other stories, but before then, we have two music videos to review this morning. One is by the man known as White Man, and there's a reason for that, Val, right?
Yes,
There's a reason why it's called the White Man.
because he's albino.
Yes, I love
I love it.
I love the visuals of that because there's this charity called Beyond the Complexion, and what they do is to raise awareness about people living with albinism in Nigeria, and just saying that there are many myths around them and a lot of superstitions, but to show that they're normal human beings. They're
Yeah.
mainstream
Well, that's such a
media.
good name. Beyond
Yeah.
the complexion.
Yes,
I love it.
absolutely. So beyond the complexion and onto the talent, we go to White Man with "Pray for Me."
So Jack, don't you want to move here? So is it
What?
don't you want to move here? So is it film?
Okay, so you're moving there. Oh, are you using the same mic?
I don't know.
Okay, you're using the same mic. All right, mic's up. Studio is live. All right, that is White Man with "Pray for Me." What's your take on this song?
You know, we're talking about the video, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me start with the song itself. I mean, when it comes to, let me say, songs that are not quite my type, this actually is not that bad. I like the mid-tempo elements of it all. And I don't know whether today's theme has to do with some sort of gospel feeling that you guys have, because that's following the next one as well.
The inspirational vibe.
The video is just all over the place. It doesn't really do much for me, to be honest. That's I'm not trying to knock his hustle, but I think maybe the director just didn't really have a clear direction of what he wants to do with this video.
Okay.
I mean, like, I kind of thought, okay, the storms and the yellow suit thing had almost like a Dick Tracy kind of feel to it at some point in time, but that's from a distance. But beyond that, there just wasn't. There was nothing to connect. There was just
Alright.
nothing to connect this.
So not quite connecting with it. Val, did you connect to the video?
Yes, I did. I loved the video, and I love the fact that somebody's trying to bully me.
Are you sure we saw the same video? Because
No, I love the video. I loved it. I
Oh,
love
great.
I
Well,
love the good use of green screen because it's quite obvious for me that it was because I had an eye for that. So it was shot on green screen, but it was well blended. The color tones worked for me. I liked the way I guess the whoever did the color correction on that video did a very good job. It really blended very well with his skin color.
You're just trying
Pun
to plug
intended.
your media Kiniko
No,
thing
it's
right
obvious.
now.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
have
has
to.
to. He has to show himself. You are an
If I don't sell myself,
yeah.
who will?
And, wow.
But anyway, back to what we're talking about. White Man. White Man impressed me in that video. He carried himself so well, like a veteran. Not a veteran. That's far fetched. But just
Yeah,
like somebody
that's-
who's used to, being in videos like a superstar that he's going to be. Because I see him going really far.
I hope so as well. I like the video. Funny enough, I liked. Well, not funny enough. You know me. I'm always when it comes to video, I'm not. I bring the human and watcher part of it. You guys bring the technical skills. But I thought it was nice, it was appealing to see. I really love the skies and the use of color and how creative it was. In terms of the song, I wasn't expecting a lot from it, to be quite honest, but I was pleasantly surprised. So like Valentine mentioned, I really hope that he does really well in this industry. The song, by the way, was produced by Hyacinth and the video shot by Matt Max.
So it comes as no surprise. Mad Max is very good with color corrections or color coding in videos, and yeah, that's why it worked, I guess.
Right. Okay. All right. So if you're feeling the song, let us know. If you're not feeling the song like Chef Jeff, please again feel very free to let us know as
The
well.
video.
The video, sorry, the video,
Let's
the
be
video.
clear.
More on the video. All right. So talking about videos, we have another video to share with you. Also, to let you know that if you'd like to see the video, we have an easy link on our Twitter handle. So go to Twitter at smooth981fm using the hashtag Grapevine981, and the links, we posted the link so you can watch the full video. We have another video now. It's from one of my faves. I don't hide the fact that I love this man. Kiss Daniel is up next. He has a new song and a new video. Jaho is the title. Let's see what he's got.
This guy made a tweet on Twitter.
Do you want to
That's
get
what
the stabilizer? Shaking.
Take
Retweet
it.
what?
The Grapevine songs from yesterday was posted yesterday. Thank you.
All right, we're coming back now, guys. Mic's up, studio live. I had to let that part play. I really, really, really like that part of his.
This
I
one.
love
What does it mean?
your matter in God's hand.
Oh,
Or your
interesting.
matter is in God's hand. Yeah, your matter is in God's hand.
So I'm guessing that Jaho means Jehovah or something like that, right?
Not really. I
What
thought
does
it was
mean?
just the Jah is it Jehovah? Oh, okay, Jah.
Oh,
Yeah, my
okay.
producer
All right.
luckily
Because
saying yes.
constantly, like, I'm always like, all these songs, are they just inventing the words on the
I
spot?
thought he was
What's
inventing
going
the
on?
word.
You know, the video again. There's a disconnect. Now, this one in particular, I liked the color schemes that were in this one. Yes, I can actually say that. But I don't know. I mean, I felt like there could be more to the storyline. Like, you got kids dancing all flashy and this outfit, whoever that designer was, man, hook up that up. But you got this other guy who's like sitting on the toilet in despair, like sitting on the men's stall or whatever in despair, which I hope was clean before they put him there anyway. And then it's like, okay, the day part stand up and whatever bit there. I felt like there could be more to develop that story of like, okay, like, you know, I've had a trying time. My hope is coming up a bit better and feeling a bit better now because I'm trusting in God or something along those lines. You don't see that. So I couldn't really say that I really like this video other than, you know, I beg, just your wardrobe. Choose how far.
Show me the way. All right. Well, what do you think about the video and of course the song as well?
I really didn't say anything beyond the usual Kiss Daniel in this one. The song doesn't necessarily appeal to me as much. Would it grow on me? I'm not sure. I'm just not so impressed.
So not impressed. Okay, so let me just put it out there. Kiss Daniel can almost do no wrong, except when he was doing that something challenge.
Yeah, but this time around it's Kiss Daniel.
Kiss or kiss?
Please.
Do you love both?
I love both, and I was going to say that.
I gotta be bothered.
I love both of them. Kiss is one of my favorite Nigerian artists, and he didn't disappoint with this one. I actually like the fact that it's a very short song. You know, we're moving more towards getting 1 minute songs, 2 minute songs. This is actually 2 minute 59, 3 minute song. And so when it finished, I was like, is that all? Is that all? You know, you want more. In terms of the video, it's visually appealing. I love the cream off-white
Yeah,
outfit.
that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. And of course, he looks good in the outfit. You know, he did the outfit justice. I think it's something that you'd want to listen to again and again. Again, it's short, straight to the point, nice. You might want to watch the video. There's nothing captivating enough to say that I'm going to YouTube specifically to look for this video because it's so nice. You know, but it's okay. It's all right. So yeah, well done.
I mean, to be fair though, everybody selected addicted to fire was scatter. So.
Yes.
Do you know, I just discovered, when I say discover, I don't mean I just heard it, but I just started discovering Fireboy Scatter. It didn't resonate with me as much as it is now. I think I saw an Instagram video where they used it and I was like, oh, okay, this song is actually nice.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Good
thank you.
morning.
Thank you so much. Your morning is when you open your eyes.
You're
That's right.
That's so true.
Okay, let's go on to our first story, well, the Oscars. And don't forget to send in your thoughts and comments with regards to the songs we reviewed. If you'd like to watch it in full, the link is on our Twitter, or the links are on our Twitter handle at smooth981fm using the hashtag grapevine981. So, Chef Jeff Valentine, we have
Yes.
the complete
Ooh,
list
yes.
of all the nominations of the 92nd annual Academy Awards. They're out. The big players here are the Joker. No
Mhm.
surprises there. A number of
Mhm.
people thought about, okay, it was going to be one of the biggest ones. It has
11
11
nominations.
11 nominations.
Best actor nominee Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin.
Joaquin,
Joaquin
say it
Phoenix.
again. Joaquin.
Yes.
Joaquin. Why are you wasting the J?
Joaquin.
Joaquin. Joaquin Phoenix is and I like that because of this. I mean, this is someone who's gone through a troubled phase. I like the fact that he's bouncing back, or he's bounced back, and now with an Oscar nomination. The Marriage Story is also heavily featured here as well.
Yes.
Yeah, Marriage Story picked up 6 nominations,
Six, mhm.
which tied with Jojo Rabbit and Parasite.
Mhm.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and The Irishman picked up 10 nominations, and
Mhm.
you had Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker picking up 3 nominations
Mm.
here. So this year, there's not going to be a host just like last year. I don't know why, because
Because they haven't recovered from Kevin Hart. Hello.
Well, the truth is that they could have just gone back to the old people. We're talking about Billy Crystal with Whoopi Goldberg, who did excellent jobs
Yes.
back in the day. And if you don't know who those are, call me uncle.
But do you think
Um,
it would do them well if they actually went back to their past hosts without
Yes,
addressing
because-
the Kevin Hart issue head on?
Well, Whoopi Goldberg would have straight away addressed that instantly because
Yes, she would have.
she's also a comedian. She'll wear
Yes.
the worst outfit, yes, but she'll address it. But you know what? When we look at all these nominations here, like it's just really. I mean, Joker, that was a given there. Joker also
Yeah.
happens to be up for Best Picture,
Mhm.
and somewhere in that as well, you've got Bradley Cooper, who was also one of the producers of this.
Yeah.
Interesting thing you have in the Best Picture category, you've got Emma Koskov, all right, who was one of the people involved with the Joker.
Yes.
But also, she's up against herself because she's also one of the people that was involved with The Irishman.
That's amazing.
So I think that's really a cool thing that's going on over on that side. When we
I think, sorry to cut you short, just to interject a bit. I think she's one of the only 4 women that's ever been nominated for this kind of award, this category. That's
for
first
Best
ever.
Director.
Yes,
well,
for
yeah,
Best Director.
yeah.
So in 92 years.
No, she's not up for Best Director. This is for Best Picture. So Best Picture is where you have the producers and co, like
Oh, so
everybody
that's-
that was involved in making of the movie.
So, but in
Um,
terms of the record setting, in the history of the Oscars, we understand that there've only been 4 nominees for
female nominees.
4 female nominees. sorry.
Yeah, well,
For
for
Best
Best Director. Well, you know what? Maybe in some ways, Greta Gerwig for Little Women could have been a contender in this. What we do know is that she is up for Best Original Screenplay. Sorry, is it? She's up for Best for her screenplay for Little Women. She was also nominated. She was nominated and won in the screenplay and directing side of things last year, I believe. And this is her second time working with Saoirse Ronan. And she's only like in her 30s. She learned everything just by watching, not like she had any training going on. So she has a
That's
future
amazing.
really ahead of her. To be able to be that young and be able to make this mark up for a couple of years.
Yeah.
What I do also find very interesting about this is that let's get to like the main thing that we should be rejoicing right now. Our very own, all right. She is British, but that middle name is Chinasa. Okay, so up in the Best Actress category, you've got Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, which is a movie based on Harriet Tubman, the freed slave, abolitionist, American spy, the first woman to lead an army in the American Civil War. And it's not just that, like Cynthia Erivo does not sound Nigerian to you, but her middle name, you can check it up, it's Chinasa. She's
Thank
Igbo
you so
Kwenu.
much for that.
Igbo Kwenu. But here's where it just gets a whole lot better. She's also up for Best Original Song. How awesome is that?
And that's amazing. Do you think what's our chances for Best Actress?
Well, you know what? It's very, very tough, to be honest. Like,
It
I mean,
is
like but you know what? She started out in a career path that was very similar to like a Whoopi Goldberg. She played Celie in The Color Purple, which we know that Oprah and Whoopi Goldberg were nominated for Oscars for in the past. Right. She went on to do Sister Act on stage. And she's one of the people that it was, actor to singer kind of thing, until like how you know them, like what a stage presence kind of thing. So it's really nice to see that the Academy is kind of like really picking on these singers who are great at acting at the same time. We've had Lady Gaga in the past. We had Mary J. Blige
Yeah.
Yes.
recently, and the song itself is beautiful. It actually is a very beautiful song. You should check it out. The song is called "Stand Up," and it's for Harriet. But the key thing in that category there is that I think that for some people they think that Scarlett Johansson might be the contender, but I really don't. I think that
I'm thinking the same thing because those are strong
Yeah.
contenders.
I really don't think that Scarlett. I think it very likely would be either Saoirse or Renee Zellweger for Judy. But I would probably lean. And you know the thing about Saoirse is that she's only 25, and this is her 4th Academy Award nomination. How awesome is that?
That's
I feel like
awesome.
we're seeing the Irish Meryl Streep coming up
Yes.
into things right now.
All right,
And
so
she's Chinasa too.
No, she's not.
That's
She's
all
not.
right.
Magada says, I saw Parasite last night, beautiful Korean movie.
Yeah,
I
that's a
haven't
South
brought
Korean
myself
movie.
yet to finish the Joker because it was draggy at the beginning. Staying away from the Marriage Story because it's a chick flick. It's not a chick flick. I'm staying away from the Marriage Story because I think it was written by a man.
Oh, come
Because it doesn't
on.
have a
no,
nice.
No. Let me tell,
Yeah,
let me tell you
that's-
something about Marriage Story that you should actually that will
Written
make
by
you
a
go watch
man.
it.
You see, it's men that like it.
Go say. Don't even bring up the gender thing. here. Marriage Story is such a beautiful Netflix flick that when you see it, you would be so drawn into the movie that you forget it's a movie. That's
Alright.
as simple as I can put it.
Let me-
It's
Yeah,
played out
I
to
think
be
that-
some regular movie, same
Yeah.
regular acting, same regular.
And that's where the
script.
competition now comes
But-
into play because Adam Driver is up for Best Actor in that, and I feel like there are only 2 people who are close enough to challenging Joaquin for that Best Actor role, and that's going to be Antonio Banderas for Pain and Glory and Adam Driver. I would
No,
say.
I think he'll get it.
He should get
He
it,
should
and,
get
and
it.
I will be a little bit emotional when that happens because it's like Heath Ledger. There's a picture that people superimposed of Joaquin's Joker and Heath Ledger's Joker together, in which Ledger's saying, "Go get him, boy." And this is going to be an emotional moment
emotional
if he
time.
does actually win this. I have to say.
All right.
That's
So
not.
we'll keep our eyes on
Yeah.
it and see if who eventually, obviously, the live show comes up on the 9th of February, and we'll be here to analyze after the show as well.
That's right.
But we have more stories this morning.
Are you
We'll-
kidding me?
No, we're coming back.
We're coming back. We're coming back.
After
So
the
we'll
break.
come
Are you
back,
kidding
touch on this for a few more minutes, and then talk on Sugar Rush and back to Nigeria, Nollywood, and discuss that for a few minutes. This is the Grapevine 981 brought to you by Verve. We have to talk about other stories.
We can get to
now.
them,
Let's
yes,
extend
but there's
more on
actually
Yeah,
there's
we'll
actually
okay.
a lot of good gist
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Those are the
Oh,
stories
yeah,
don't
give
match
us
up.
good
Jeff,
G's.
we'll come back.
Those are the stories
We'll come back to
don't
it.
match up.
Oscars, man. Bro, those 2, Scarlett Johansson and this other guy in the Marriage Story, stellar performance.
So, Val,
I
give
found
some-
it to-
tell
I
me now,
found
the
it to
marriage
be a
story,
little
they
over the
didn't get
top.
back together. then.
Don't do that. Don't say. Don't answer.
Well,
Don't
tell
answer.
because
Don't
there's
no.
no
Don't answer.
point.
That's not
Don't
even
answer
the
that.
point of the
Valentine,
story.
don't answer that.
That's
They
not
did
even.
thank
Valentine,
you.
don't answer that.
What's
Don't
it?
answer that. Don't
Why
answer
would
Madam
that.
she tell
Spoiler.
me?
Don't answer
Why would she
that.
That's
tell
not the
me? But
point
I'm
of the
not
movie.
asking the question.
That is not
Don't
the point
answer
of the
the
movie.
Don't
It doesn't
answer.
matter.
You need to
though.
see the story.
Do not
Why?
answer.
Look at you.
Do not answer that.
Oh, not you on YouTube. I'm talking about the lady holding the camera.
Do
She's
not
raising-
answer
turning up her
that.
nose. The movie is so good.
Do not
You can
answer
relate
that.
to the
Good ass
conversation.
love. Not for me.
Netflix, yeah. You should go see it.
Quite a few of these are actually on Netflix. The Irish Man is
Yeah,
also
that's
Now
on
we don't let
Netflix.
them spoil your mind about marriage.
The Irish Man is.
Yes,
That's
I like
not
news
true.
and bone. Yes.
Wow.
I like romantic stories. Life is too hard. I'm not gonna watch somebody's idea of marriage. That's not my idea of marriage.
That's not what it's about.
About people
so-
fighting and getting a divorce.
It's not. Hey, that's not what it's about, please.
Don't answer
Absolutely
anything.
not.
Don't say anything.
That is that not what it's about, my
If you see
sister.
the trailer of the movie and that's what you get, then
I've heard
you
about
don't know
Shola
what
has
the story
reviewed
is.
it now.
That's not what the story is about.
That's the main gist that they will fight and they will break up.
Just-
Shows you how what the writers reality of marriage is. That marriage is warped sense. Let me write my own marriage story.
If that's what you got from the first screening, go and see it again.
I'm let me see it again.
You haven't seen it.
I
I'm
will
not
never
talking
even
about-
see
I'm not
it
talking to you.
again.
Of course. Trust Nigeria people. By now on the street, you can find divorce story.
Divorce.
No. The usual reaction would be like, "They shoot gun." Is there sharp in the movie? No, no.
No, is it? Did they make you laugh?
That's what they
Is
say.
it funny?
Of course, it was funny.
No, that's what I'm saying for Nigerian.
You go through all the emotions. Don't worry when you see it.
Why should I go through emotions from a movie?
Why won't you go through emotions?
Because I want to
Is that
laugh.
one even a movie? If you don't
I
go
want
through
to
any
be
emotions?
happy. I'll now go watch a movie for 2 weeks after I'm thinking about it.
You know
People
what?
like you that
On-
go and watch
1 month.
Joker, you see the first scene, you say, this is a sci-fi movie.
Oh,
Let me
that
go.
walk
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's one
yeah,
movie. What was that
basically.
movie that they were
Yeah.
killing everybody? That one that was funny. That was blood. It was what was the one before the Joker? that has
Avengers.
no, that has 1, 2, 3, has different types.
Avengers.
No,
has
not
different
Avengers. I know, not
The
Avengers.
Dark Knight Rises.
Not Dark Knight. There was one. It's funny. Like this guy, Ryan Reynolds, was the one that did it.
Oh, Deadpool.
Deadpool. I walked out of Deadpool.
What?
Yeah. Stupid
And it was
movie.
funny too.
Funny and rubbish.
No, it was really nice. You didn't watch it.
Oh no, Chef Jeff can't do
Me.
this. No.
I walked out.
So this is why we're focusing on the Oscars, because quite frankly, somebody here is not in the line of.
Me, I'm just
of
watching you
talk.
people. I'll
Don't
put
worry,
on the
that's-
mics for
yeah,
you.
it's okay.
I'll do all that for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll talk about Sugar Rush when you come back to my own level.
Sugar, wow.
Please don't judge me, guys, watching on Instagram, on YouTube.
Judge.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, come with me. Modupe, God bless you. Well done. Ah,
I'm just being real. Let
That's
me be real. Real. Potato. By the way, don't want that.
no. Potato puff puff.
Exactly.
Different.
That's what this is. That's what this is.
You
Yeah.
people should talk about your Oscar, or let me talk about AMVCA, please. I want to talk about African movie.
AFVCA.
She's just pitching herself so that she will host.
Hey.
See Chef Jeff's face like,
Heck.
No, but are you joking? See what Chef Jeff came.
I did my
Yes,
homework.
you came
Okay,
prepared,
I
though.
came.
okay, we're coming back. Oh, somebody said that I'm not.
stop
I'm
this
not
one.
just keep quiet.
Jeff.
You will do the analysis. When you come to Sugar Rush, I will talk. See you guys.
Who's this?
Don't mind him. Mike's Up Studio is live. This is your Love Music, Love Life station, Smooth 98.1, and the home of premium content. I'm Ayo Mairo Ese.
And I'm Valentine Ohu.
It's the Grapevine 981 brought to you by Verve, where we analyze entertainment stories from around the world and also review new songs. Before the break, we review the song by White Man, Pray For Me, and Jaho by Kiss Daniel. Also, we started the analysis of the recently released nomination list for the Oscars. And to join us for this analysis, we have the one, the only Chef Jeff 3000.
Yeah.
Hi, Chef Jeff.
Hi.
Okay, so when Chef Jeff thought, which I was actually trying to move away from,
But
he was
no.
like, huh?
Yeah.
I came here with a dissertation.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I did.
So we're
I
still
did.
going to review the
did.
Oscars. And
Jeff, you and I know why she's.
Yeah, we know now, and YouTube knows as well. That's
Exactly.
that's for sure.
If you're watching us
That's
on
for
YouTube,
sure.
you're the same. The level of knowledge.
look
that
at
I
a man,
express.
what a man said about Marriage Story. Guys, listen to this comment. By the way, if you'd like to send your comment, send to WhatsApp 0809 444 0981.
You know that Victor doesn't necessarily have to be a man's name. It could be a lady that said, you just decide to.
Really?
Okay, I lost the argument in the
Really?
middle of it, but it's okay.
Twitter
Victor said on WhatsApp, Victor sent this message, says, watch the Marriage Story and cry.
my sister.
Because my wife and I just separated so
Oh.
many emotions and questions. I do not think I really watched the movie as I saw other movies, and I'm a movie
Oh.
person. Thank you so much, Victor.
So sorry, Victor.
Mm.
And this is the movie you want me to watch. Okay, please let's go on. By the way, if you'd like to tweet it to us, that's Smooth981FM. Use the hashtag Grapevine981. Grapevine981 is brought to you by Verve.
That's right.
So if we look at people who are having a really great time this year with the nominations, you have to look at South Korean director Bong Joon-ho, who I have absolutely been like flabbergasted by this guy for a long time, ever since he did Snowpiercer, which if you have not seen, go and fix that in your life. He is up for best international foreign language film. He's up for best original screenplay. He's up for best director, best picture.
Yeah.
And I'm like, tick, 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 tick. And it's like, here you have a foreign language film that's, making its stage in this whole foreign in the whole English
Yes,
side
I was
of
going to
things
say
as well.
that. I was going to say that. So going back to our submission, or what was going to be our submission to the foreign language category. Who's chocolate? That's what's the one by Genevieve Naji?
I don't remember the name. What?
Yeah, but we know the one that you're talking
Yes, you know
about.
the.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. But the thing about
No,
it is,
I wanted to just make it. Sorry, I just wanted to make a
Yes,
point with
okay.
regards by that.
okay.
This South Korean movie was able to go to mainstream, so it's not just considered for the foreign language film because it was that good.
That's Lionheart.
Like,
No,
yeah,
the thing is
Lionheart,
that
thank
that's
you.
why there's a
what the Genevieve
category.
movie.
Like all the other things that fall into place in the best international foreign language, had the potential. It's just that this one had an extra thing about it.
Okay.
That's what happened here.
Mm.
So it's not the first time this has happened at all. Someone also having a great time is Taika Waititi. This guy is up for best adapted screenplay for Jojo Rabbit and best picture. And let's not forget that Avengers up for best visual effects, and Taika is the guy that played Korg, the blue guy, in Thor's group, and he also directed the Thor Ragnarok movie as well.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, and then
So true.
people did 2 movies this year and just saw Money in the Bank, and Academy was coming their way. Robert De Niro did 2 movies, The Irishman and The Joker.
Yeah.
That was it.
Fantastic.
Al Pacino did 2 movies, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and The Irishman. That was it. Now, what I'm wondering is, so for best makeup and hairstyling, you've got Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, which is the
That was
sequel
beautiful.
for the first Maleficent movie, and Angelina Jolie is probably going to be attending the awards. But Brad Pitt is up for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody is going to be like, okay, your job is to make sure that he's 600 meters away from me, or they might decide to surprise us, or maybe surprise
They'll
everybody
probably
else
just kiss
and show up
on the
together
red
or
carpet.
something.
I'll
Why,
come back.
why,
You
do I,
know.
why do I doubt that so much?
Well, but what we do know is that last year was very interesting because we saw James Franco and Dave Franco appearing in movies that were Academy Award nominated, and this time you've got the Fannings, Dakota Fanning from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and you've got Elle Fanning from Maleficent as well. They're going to be attending in this. Tom Hanks. This is his 8th time playing a real life character. But close to the premiere of the movie, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, they found out that the character that he plays is his 6th cousin, which is very interesting there. Also, there's a Nigerian there as well, Susan Kelechi Watson Ibukwenu is also there going on, in case you were wondering. Quentin Tarantino picks up nomination for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's no surprise there. This is Brad Pitt and DiCaprio's 7th nomination in total, and both have won 1 each, although Brad also Best Picture as opposed to acting in things here. For Best Actress and Best Supporting Actor, you got Scarlett Johansson popping up in both areas. So she now becomes, I think, the 12th person to have had that happen to her in the same year. Jamie Foxx is one of the people there. Julianne Moore, Al Pacino, Kate Blanchett as well have been people who've had that happen to them at the same time. I'm leaning more towards her getting that Best Supporting Actress for Jojo Rabbit in the picture here.
You don't think it would go to the one from The Marriage Story, because she came up quite strongly in the previous awards?
I
highly doubt her chances of getting that.
because Marriage Story, I felt there was some elements I thought this was OTT. Like,
Yes,
that's what I
yes,
thought. So I thought that's not really going to happen.
Besides, a
on
bit
that side.
altruistic for people like Ayo.
Elton John picks up is also there for Best Original Song along with Diane Warren.
All right.
Elton had been nominated for Lion King before, like Circle of Life, Hakuna Matata, Can You Feel the Love? So this is his first time for an actual movie itself, even though it's based on his life. Diane Warren comes up with her 11th nomination.
Yeah.
In the song.
No
I mean, how
surprise, she's
amazing is
brilliant.
that? She's
Yeah,
absolutely
she's
brilliant.
I won't be surprised to see next year a nomination for the Duchess of Sussex and a new one of the Disney movies that will be coming up next.
I look
because we know
forward
she's
to
already
that.
going into voice.
Well, I mean, great stuff right there. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Chef Jeff, for being such a brilliant analyst with the Oscars. We look forward to having you the day after the night.
He's our Oscar correspondent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reporting live from Smooth 98.1.
Bring Shola, and it's gonna be a good vibe. I
it
tell
would
you
be
that much.
amazing.
Like, if I bring Rotas as well, Rotas will give you the figures. I will give you the gist, and Shola just banter
By the
back
way,
and forth.
Shola Thompson put up a prediction for the Oscar nominations, and it was on the
Spot on. He's
letter.
always spot on every year.
On the
He's-
letter.
I don't know. He's brilliant.
So if
All
you
right.
want to find out more, speaking like crazy yesterday, so just hit up my Twitter page at Chet3000 and just like catch
Fantastic.
up there.
All right, so can we come back to Nollywood?
Ugh.
Yay! So Nigerian Film Video Censors Board suspended Sugar Rush from showing in cinemas. Who's seen Sugar Rush here? Wow.
Who has seen Joker here?
Cricket sound.
Yay.
I haven't seen Joker.
Okay, see
I'm
you
the
live.
one, you see, I'm the
See
Pan-African
you
babe.
live.
All right, so the suspension of the movie, which hit cinemas on December 25, that's Christmas Day, has
Yes.
since become a trending topic on Twitter as Nigerians clamored for the return of the movie in cinemas with hashtag bring Sugar Rush back. If you're not trending, if you're not jumping on that, please, if you believe in bringing it back, kindly do so. So the issue, NFVCB released a statement saying that, they're giving the film a temporary approval to show in cinemas, and so that's expired, and they're investigating the movie because it embarrasses, putting in simple terms, one of the agencies of government, and so they're not happy about that. What do you think? I mean, we're talking about Nollywood raking in 7 billion naira. Well, not Nollywood, sorry, the movie
industry.
ago, or 7 billion naira last year. Nollywood making a huge contribution to that. And we're talking about the fact that we're meant to be supporting business because it's part of the businesses in Nigeria. And then we see a ban from a movie that's doing brilliantly at the cinemas. What's your take on this?
You know what? When it comes to press freedom, all right, and just the liberty of society here, we don't rank very highly. Let's just get that clear. Like there are some elements of us that are a bit like North Korea. You just need to say, I'm going to do a biopic on a certain former vice president and a former president, and that is it. They will shut you down. So that this is happening is no surprise to me. I don't know what government agency that this is referring to. And if it is actually something, then you know what?
It's a movie and video censors board. If your movie is not approved by them, it's never going to see.
So that's what this movie is about on the movie.
No,
censor
it's
board.
not the
It's
censor
on.
board.
It's on EFCC.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then there you go. There you go. So are you actually surprised that this has happened?
There's no need.
But then-
Do I need to
I
I need to remind you about files and who you have?
I was going to mention This Is Us and some others, but yeah, that's me crossing the shores of Nigeria.
On Nigeria. But again, we need to talk about that because if other countries are a bit more accommodating, and then it's not as if it was far-fetched from the truth in terms of some of the things. It's
That's
not a
exactly why they
picture-
then did it.
All right. Okay, let's move on
Because
to something
it
that's
was
far-fetched
close to
from the
it.
truth. Something that's far-fetched from the truth, and that is the report that Akore Egbuson Akonde's wedding or marriage was over. So she recently celebrated her 10th
10th.
anniversary, which is a landmark. And then that was almost tainted by rumors around that her and her husband, she had moved out of her husband's house, they'd split up. This is not the first time this is happening, but this one seemed to be more authentic. It came from some they're not reputable, but some blogs that at least had carried true stories in the past. So she came, with a balls for them, with a picture and a comment in dedication to her 10th anniversary, saying, "Best support system, happy 10th anniversary." At her husband. Sadly, once they realize hating ain't working, they start telling lies. Shame to bad people.
You know what? This is one of those stories where it's like you're better off just minding your own business and then just let things unfold between, because it's not your life at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like maybe they split up. All right, maybe they had an issue, and then maybe they got back together. Do I now go, okay, I'm back? Bloggers, come and see, I'm back with my husband. Please take note. Is there an obligation to that? So it's not your business; it's their life in the day. And so you know what, it can be very annoying when you have stories about you that are not true being put out there like that. It can be very annoying when your situation has changed, but you're not obligated to tell society about it, and there's stories like that going on about you. So I just feel like you just mind their own business and let them do their own thing, because you're not the one that's married to either of them.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
just
quite
it.
distasteful, though. It's
Yeah.
a domestic issue. If there was ever any issue whatsoever, it's not your business except they make it our business. Granted, they're in the public eye, so I guess you can't naturally stop the blogs from writing about them. And the fact that they're still together, kudos to you, because I can't imagine the amount of pressure they're under being in the public
course.
eye like that.
Of course.
Whatever they go through, marriage is never easy. 1 year, 2 years, 10 years alone. So think about it. But I like her response.
I
Coming back,
love it.
and the fact that her husband jumped on the comment section to even reply
I
her
love
post on the anniversary was really
Yes,
wonderful.
was
And when
brilliant.
a family stands together, there's no force on earth that can
Yeah,
go
so
against
let's
them.
say congratulations to them. 10
Yes.
Yeah,
years. That's amazing.
congratulations to
That's
you.
amazing.
Because we have such a penchant for bad
We're
news.
looking forward
What's up
to
with
it.
you?
Yeah,
I mean, blogs
that's
should
a
look
lot
for
of
more
Nigeria,
positives.
and well, a few other places, yes, but that's big in Nigeria for you.
Yeah.
All right, final one here. Who's looking forward to Bad Boys?
Premier.
Bad Boys for Life.
Of
for
course,
life.
I am.
So Will Smith and Martin Lawrence have been named honorary police officers by Miami City Police Force. And ahead of the release of the new Bad Boys for Life movie, they were on Sunday honored by Miami City Police Force for their outstanding contributions to the growth of entertainment industry in Miami.
So they got badges each as honorary police officers, and they also got keys to the city of Miami.
Oh, now wash.
We love that
Well,
watch.
I do love it.
Oh, now wash.
Do I think the movie is going to be better than the last installment? No.
I hope so.
Do I feel like it's due? Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't
here's
hope
the
it will
thing.
not be better. I'm hoping it will be better because I
Here's
really
the
love
thing.
the
Like,
Bad
there's
Boys
just
concept.
some people who, at some point, I'm sorry to just disappoint me on a regular basis. Johnny Depp. No, I'm not talking about personal life. I'm just talking about their movies,
movies.
and the roles that they play. Johnny Depp being one of them, Will Smith being one of them. I have to say as
Really?
well. There was a period of time where it's just there's nothing enough that's coming this way. So I hope that this works, because at some point in time, Will Smith's IMDb page was just sequels.
But are you sure?
And
Okay.
there's a problem when it is just sequels that you are
Yeah.
just doing. I mean, it's like,
You're not
you know,
getting
it's
new
just
work.
like there's nothing new. Like there's nothing. I mean,
So,
okay,
so
fine. Tom Cruise aside, you know,
what
but
would you
still,
then say of Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence just did not have the things working in his favor. That's one thing for sure. And then also there was a whole rape thing that he had going on against Gina. What's her name? What we know that she
Yes.
played Gina.
Mm.
So that also tarnished his image a little bit. But I just felt like he just took a step back. You know, sometimes he would take a step back, like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
You know.
But he didn't do quite much in this movie, to be honest.
Who, Martin Lawrence?
Yeah, in this new installment.
Maybe it goes back to what
I should go
Chef
say
Jeff
the
was talking
premise this
about.
in
Yeah,
Nigeria.
look forward to seeing that.
Mm.
All right, thank you so much, Chef Jeff. Thanks to all our analysts online from WhatsApp, YouTube, and Twitter who joined in the conversation this morning. Don't forget, you can watch this video on YouTube as it will be posted on there. So you can go to youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos and also on Twitter as well. Well, please, Chef Jeff.
Yeah. Yesterday the premiere of Morbius came out with Jared Leto, so he joins the Marvel comics world. And I hope that things work out for him because I feel bad for him after the Joker, and he's left to do 2 Joker movies as well, mind you.
Yes.
So yes, let me know what you guys think about it. Let's talk on Twitter at ChefJet3000. Also, I'm also on Instagram at ChefJet3000, and I'll be right here again with you on the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1.
Thank you very much. All right, guys, that's all we have for you on the Grapevine 981. It's been brought to you by Verve. In a moment, we'll be talking Lagos as we go into Lagos Talks 981. We'll be looking in detail at the finance bill that was signed by the president yesterday. Stay tuned. This is Smooth 98.1.
The Grapevine of the Smooth
Sweets.